to check in with our chief meteorologist, Dan Cianca. Dan, you know, we've been talking about wind. Wind might be a big factor for your weekend plans.
Let's talk about goats again, shall we?
Rewind to, are we going to go back again?
Go back.
I'm going to stop myself.
I was hiking in Fort Ord a couple of years ago, and I was just walking down the trail, and I, give the goats some space, but the goats did not give me space. And one of them like pushed up against my leg really hard and was just like, "Get out of my way, human." Because
he's trying to munch.
I know.
He's trying to do his job and trying to eat.
Totally in his way, and he's just like, or she, I don't know, I didn't check, but either way, it was very aggressive, and I'm a little offended about it. Just kidding. All right, now let's go back to the meat and potatoes of the story here. Live look from Domenico's on the wharf. You can see we're looking a little bit misty out there tonight, and that is because our marine layer is currently in a state of deepening. That is its current status, and it happens sometimes when the pressure atop of the marine layer begins to lower. And the reason it's lowering is because we have a weather system approaching from the north. Onshore flow is deepening. It's pushing in more moisture, and eventually we could see a little bit of drizzle tonight. I haven't seen any reports just yet, but it's possible. Our clouds and visibility tracker makes it look like the low clouds are vanishing from north to south, but ultimately it's just because we have some high clouds that are moving in over our low clouds as that weather system approaches. They're still out there. They're just underneath the high clouds. And the way this particular map works is it looks for the low clouds, but if there's high clouds over the low clouds, it can't see the high clouds because it's blocked. So either way, we have some lowered visibilities out there by a couple of miles, nothing major at the moment, but a little bit of fog and drizzle possible for the overnight as this weather system begins to make its approach from the north. Now at the moment, temperatures are looking pretty mild. They're warmer than this time last night due to the blanket of clouds, and they'll probably kind of hold steady at this point throughout the overnight hours as that moisture continues to get pushed ashore. We might even see some areas see temperatures go up a little bit. That is short-lived, however, because there is a cold front which is going to bring some colder air in from the north. At the moment, we see a cutoff area of low pressure to our south, the ridge off to the west, and the trough of low pressure beginning to deepen here across the Pacific Northwest. You can see this band of clouds right here. There's a weak cold front associated with it. It's bringing some precipitation off to our northeast. It will not bring any precip outside of drizzle for us here on the central coast overnight. And really behind this front, in this area here, we're going to see a blast of drier cool air moving into the region. So those temperatures inland that we even saw still in the 80s and 90s today are going to be a thing of the past for a while. We're going to be much cooler for the rest of the week inland. On the coast, we don't usually notice too much of a difference because if we're sitting under the marine layer and it's 65, and then a cold front brings air that's 65 degrees in from the north, we don't see any change on the coast. But when it's 90 inland and the 65-degree air comes in, then we notice it. So you're going to notice it in the mountains and inland, maybe on the coast not so much, but you will see more sunshine in the coming days as this deeper, drier trough builds in here across the west. Notice there's some precipitation across the Intermountain West, but we stay pretty dry here on the coast. We're on the dry side of the system. Look how tight all these lines are together. This is a pressure gradient, and really, I mean, if you're watching me and you know all the technical stuff, you know it's not the surface pressure gradient. I know that, but I'm trying to point out that these two systems are pretty amplified, pretty strong, and because they're somewhat close together and all the things are packed in between, we're going to have some gusty winds over the next couple of days as it moves through, okay? We'll have another system, looks like it's going to come in midweek and do something very similar to what we have overnight tonight into tomorrow. So we're going to be on a bit of a roller coaster over the next 7 days or so. So let's talk about what to expect overnight tonight into tomorrow morning. The winds are going to start picking up first out over the water. Gale warning goes into effect at 3 a.m. and then lasts until 9 a.m. on Sunday for the near coastal waters from Pigeon Point down to Point Piedras Blancas outside of the bay, although I wouldn't be surprised to see the Weather Service add the Monterey Bay into that gale warning ultimately because winds should be pretty gusty, at least on the south side of the bay tomorrow. Wind gusts possibly up to 40 knots. In fact, the National Weather Service also issued a wind advisory for the east, or I should say west and north-facing coastlines of Santa Cruz and Monterey counties. So basically the south half of Monterey Bay, the outer coast of Monterey County, and the outer or north coast of Santa Cruz County. So winds expected to pick up again tomorrow, this from 11 a.m. until 9 p.m. Wind gusts up to 45 miles per hour possible in these areas, which could lead to blowing debris, meaning your lawn chair, in your neighbor's yard, trampoline, trash can sitting out on the street. So, see you later. I mean, it's gone. Someone else's problem at this point in time. A few tree limbs potentially down, which ultimately can lead to road closures, power outages. Best be prepared for that. Winds will be strongest on the exposed coastal areas, but will be gusty elsewhere as well. Futurecast will show the increase in clouds overnight, a little bit of drizzle possible, but watch how fast those clouds come to an end as the dry cold front comes through. So here's 8 a.m. tomorrow, noon tomorrow, and then as we head into the afternoon hours tomorrow, the clouds are out of here. We're looking at mostly clear skies, but gusty conditions for the rest of the day. And again, northwesterly winds will be gusty throughout the day tomorrow and into Sunday as well. And look at the air mass coming in tomorrow. Highs in the 60s in the Santa Cruz Mountains. We were at the 80 degrees at the summit today. Much cooler weather. Not a big change on the coast. 69 in Santa Cruz. You might actually be warmer tomorrow than you were today because of the downsloping winds off of the Santa Cruz Mountains. In fact, Watsonville, you'll get to 70 tomorrow. So some coastal areas will be warmer. Salinas about where you were today at 66, but much cooler in our northern valleys where we were in the 70s today. You're in the upper 60s tomorrow. Over to the Monterey Peninsula, northerly winds off the water, keeping you cool in the 60s. That high of 63 in Monterey, almost 7 degrees below normal for this time of year. And then down south, highs in the 60s, and maybe we'll squeeze out a few 70s in the south as some lingering warmth remains. Again, 20 degrees cooler, though, in Bradley tomorrow from your high today. Over the next 7 days, temperatures getting warmer during the day, Sunday and Monday, and into Tuesday before that next system comes in, but the mornings will be a little bit colder, especially Monday morning. And then we'll do a similar thing where we cool down immediately Wednesday, clear back out, cooler mornings, but warmer highs through the end of the week. Inland areas also a similar pattern. You'll see some colder mornings, but the highs after tomorrow will warm back up. We'll drop again on Wednesday with that next system coming through and repeat that performance. As for any rain in the forecast, right now, weather pattern, it's been trying to get active like 2 weeks away from us, but at the moment, not looking like anything out of some drizzle potentially in the forecast.